So welcome to this video. In this video, we'll be discussing about efficient market hypothesis. So before discussing about efficient market hypothesis, we should know what are the three approaches to buy a share. The first one is fundamental analysis. The second is technical analysis. And the third is random walk theory. So first we'll discuss about what is fundamental analysis. So fundamental analysis is the calculation of a company's intrinsic value. So what is an intrinsic value is normally a share has a current market price. Okay, so that is called as CMP is called as current market price. Okay, so CMP is what is reflected in the in newspapers and in business magazine or in websites, okay, where you can find out the price of a company. But intrinsic value is what is the real worth of the company. So fundamental analysis helps to find out what is the intrinsic value of a company is. So how do we find it out? Usually to find out the intrinsic value, we need a business's financial statements. Then we have to analyze the competitors and what kind of market it is. We also have to analyze the macroeconomic data, something like interest rate, employment data, GDP growth rate, the housing and infrastructure, and manufacturing that is happening in a country. So fundamental analysis actually includes the economic analysis, the macro things, the industry analysis, where we have to find out the competitors, then we have to analyze the company data. So it's a step-by-step approach to find out the intrinsic value of a company. So this is the company's share price. So it tells you that over a period of 1 year, how the share price has gone up here and to a lower down here. So this is a share price. Now we will see how intrinsic value plays out. So assume we have done a lot of computations and calculations and we have found out 12,700 to be the intrinsic value of the company. So the intrinsic value would usually be a little bit stable around the 12,700, but in this case we will feel that 12,700 is the stable value. Okay, so what happens is the share price usually fluctuates around the intrinsic value. So at some places it will be below the intrinsic value is above the market value, and in some places the market value is above the intrinsic value. So what happens here is whenever the share price is very high when compared to the real value of the company, we have to sell the share, and whenever the value of the company is higher than the market price, then in those areas we have to buy the share. So fundamental analysis helps us to determine this intrinsic value. So fundamental analysis maintains that markets may incorrectly price a security in the short run, but that intrinsic value will eventually be reached. So the price of a company's share will always move around the intrinsic value. So we can also make profit whenever the current market price and the intrinsic value are moving apart. This is a brokerage's report regarding a company, and they say that they have found that suggests that we have to buy the company's share, and they say that it depends on the 12 times PE into the financial year 21 estimated EPS. When you multiply the PE into the EPS, okay, you have got the intrinsic value of the company that comes to 1090. So I think the share price for the company, okay, the current market price for this company should be around something like 900. That's why the brokerage says that intrinsic value is 1090. So we have to buy the share. So from this example we can find out how brokerages are creating share reports and how they are pricing a share. This is a very small example, but there are many complicated models to arrive at the intrinsic value. So here we get the numbers. So he has taken the EPS number here. So the 12 is the P of the company. Okay, so 12 is the P of the company, and he has multiplied 90.7, and think that's how he has arrived at 1090. But if you see the P here, it's not 12 at all anywhere, but I think he has taken an average of these numbers, so he would have arrived at 12. So that's how they have computed, but you don't need to worry about how it's computed. We just need to know how fundamental analysis works. So in here we'll be like discussing about the technical analysis. See, technical analysis is a method where they don't even try to find out like what is the company, what is the products they are selling, what is the price that they are selling, or their competitors. They don't evaluate any of these things. For technical analysts, there are only like two things which are very important. One is the past price of the company and the number of shares that has been traded, which is called as a volume. So these are the two things which are very important for technical analysts. So technical analysts don't try to find out what's the company's intrinsic value and all. Okay, that is not their work. Their job is to use the charts, okay, and other pattern tools to find out where the price will be in the future. So we'll see this chart here. So if you look at this chart, okay, the share price has been going down, then it has become flat, then it has become higher. So whenever the price goes down, it's called as downtrend. Whenever the price is on a sideways movement like this, okay, that is called as a flat trend. And whenever it goes up, it's called as a uptrend. Okay, so every share price has a particular trend over a particular period of time. So they will be like range bound only. So technical analysts use these patterns and these charts, and they try to find out where the price would be next. For example, the price is here. It based upon the data, they can tell whether the price would be going here, or it will be flat here, or it will be going down. Okay, so who will tell this? The technical analyst can easily tell where the price will end up in the future period. So for them, only two things are very important. So one is the share price, okay, and the number of shares which are being traded. So what's the difference between a fundamental analysis and a technical analysis? We'll see here. So fundamental analysis analyzes the economy, industry, and the company. In technical analysis, the price and the volume are taken into account. Fundamental analysis uses financial statements as their primary research data. Technical analysts use charts and patterns as their mode. And fundamental analysis usually works only when you take a longer term approach, like more than 1 year. You have to take. Technical analyst works very well in a very short term time period, something in even in weeks, days, minutes, or even seconds. It works really well. So fundamental analysis is used by investors who want to invest in with the company for a long period, and technical analysis is used by speculators who just want to make money in a very short term period, who are not bothered much about how the company is going to do. So this is a major difference. But why should we know a difference between fundamental, technical? Why should we know all this? Is efficient market hypothesis is built upon these two blocks. So if efficient market hypothesis is correct, then trying to find out the value of a company through fundamental or through technical is just a waste of time. So that's what efficient market hypothesis argues. Okay, we'll see how their argument works. So now we will discuss about the random walk theory. So prior to the 1950s, it was generally believed that the use of fundamental or technical approach would beat the market. In the 1950s to 60s, studies began to provide evidence against this view. In particular, researchers found that stock price random in nature and cannot be predicted. These researchers were commonly known as the random walk theory. So what happened is in the 1950s, there were like lot of research that was like conducted, and they found that people cannot make a consistent amount of profit either they use fundamental analysis or technical analysis. The reason why they found is that the stock price was random in nature, so there was no reason like you can predict the stock price. So as you cannot predict the stock price, then doing any kind of technical or fundamental research is waste of time. So these researchers put together is called as the random walk theory. That is, the price moves randomly. That's what the theory implies. They also found that the stock prices reacted to new information instantly. So the only thing that moves the price is the information. You can reach me at my website wowacademics.com, or you can also see my Quora answers. I am active in LinkedIn and in Facebook page. So you can visit at these places. If you just type Shyam Prasad and Wow Academics, you will get all these links in Google search itself. And if you like this video, give a like, share to your friends, and if you feel that any points we have missed in this video, you can post it. We will try to give an answer to you in the comment section itself, or we'll also create another video for you. So thank you for watching our video.